Hello, and welcome to the second video in our Creation Kit tutorial series. In this video, we're going to set up a couple of modding tools that will help make the modding process much smoother. Once we've done that, I'll then show you how to add your mods to the game using the mod organizer. And lastly, I'll take a minute to go over the mod organizer interface. Alright, when creating your own mods, you're going to need a way to keep all your files organized and accessible. This is where the first tool, called Mod Organizer 2, comes into play. MO2 gives you a ton of control over your mod list, and it makes it simple to add, remove, and tweak mods to your liking. You'll find it on the Skyrim Nexus, and you'll need to use the manual download button. When installing MO2, you'll need to select Skyrim as the game you want to manage, and select either a global or a portable instance. They each have their own benefits, but for now, select a global instance. Other than that, you can simply click through the installer and it will handle the rest. The second tool you're going to need is a piece of software called Winrar. This one's pretty straightforward. Head along to the Winrar website, download and install. This software is necessary as it allows you to reformat your mod files so they can be added to your game. Now the last tool you're going to need is called SEEedit, which can also be found from the Skyrim Nexus. After downloading, you'll have to unpack the files from their folder. To do this, you need to right-click the download and using Winrar, select Extract Files here. Once this is done, you can drag the SEEedit to your desktop. For the purposes of this series, we'll only be using SEEedit to generate SEQ files. These files allow the custom dialog on your Start Game enabled quests to function properly. Now, this tool isn't strictly necessary, as you can design quests so that they are not required to be Start Game enabled. But SEEedit is quite easy to use, and it removes some of the hassle of making quests. Okay, so that covers the tools section of this video. Don't worry if that seemed rather straightforward. We'll come back to these tools in a later video. With that done, I'll now show you how to add your mods to the game. If you followed the first video in this series, then you will have a test mod ESP ready to be loaded into the game. Otherwise, just follow along. The process is pretty simple. The first thing you'll have to do is find the test mod ESP in the Skyrim data folder. Right-click the test mod, and using Winrar, you'll select Add to testmod.rar. This is going to create a new file from the test mod, one that you will put into the mod organizer. Now head into your MO2, select the Install button along the top, and choose testmod.rar. Give it a name and press OK. Once that's done, make sure that the ESP file is enabled in the panel on the right. And that's it. You'll now find your mod in the game. Okay, so far so good. Let's now take a look at Mod Organizer one more time. In your Mod Organizer, you have two main panels. On the left, you'll see a list of all your mods. Here is where you'll be able to remove mods you don't want and adjust the priority of mods in your mod list. Mod priority allows you to control how mods behave when they conflict with one another. You can see here I have two mods. Both of them affect the grass in the game, so when using them at the same time, you may want to consider adjusting their priority. For these mods, you can see that one of them is currently overriding many of the changes the other makes to the grass and terrain. By adjusting their priority, you can control which mod is going to overwrite the other. Now this kind of thing is usually a matter of personal preference, so it's nothing really to worry about at the moment. Now on the right side, you'll see a list of plugin files for each of your mods. The main thing to worry about here is to make sure that each of them is selected, otherwise your mod will not show up in the game. This is also where you can change the load order of your plugins. Load order tends to be more of an issue if you're running a mod setup with tons of mods, or if you're experiencing lots of crashes and slowdowns. Otherwise, this is really less of an issue. There is a tool called Loot, which will automatically sort your load order for you, but I won't be covering it in this series because my mod setup is quite small, so I don't really worry about my load order so much. Alright, that's going to bring the second video in this series to a close. You now have everything you need to start creating your own mods. Now there's a lot to learn going forward, and if you're going to build a robust knowledge of the creation kit, you'll need to understand more than actors, spells, and items. You'll need to consider how these things are used together to make moments that the player will remember. And that's why, in our next video, we're going to talk about the quest.